Hello. So I just want to thank you all for taking the time out of your busy lives and your post-Halloween sugar, I don't know, hangover, I keep calling it, to tune in today and focus on yourself, focus on your doula business. I'm going to be giving you lots of tips, hints, and things you can do to help your doula business. I am the Doula Darcy. For those of you who do not know me, I have been a postpartum doula now for 12 years here in New Hampshire. I see you guys are tuning in from North Carolina, Minnesota, Huntsville, Alabama. Oh, near Huntsville, Pittsburgh, sweet. All right, West Michigan, hello, hello. So I've been a postpartum doula for 12 years, and before that I had my 3 babies, which that story is why I became a postpartum doula. I won't get into that now, but I'm sure a lot of you can relate. Your birth and or postpartum experience. Just drop a big ol' yes in the comments if your personal birth or postpartum experience is what led you to become a doula, because that was me, for sure. Before that, I worked in marketing and advertising for 10 years, all over New England. I worked in Manhattan at an ad agency. I worked in Princeton, New Jersey for a while. I had a lot of different marketing jobs, and I loved it. I thought that's what I was going to do. I thought I was going to have a few kids, put them in daycare, and go back to my fancy marketing gig, and that just didn't happen. But what did happen is I eventually was led to become a postpartum doula and serve other new parents so that no one went through what I went through. I had such a passion to make postpartum better for anyone else. I quit my marketing job, became a doula, but I was able to use my marketing career and experience to help me launch my doula business. And I realize that not all doulas have that luxury. And now, as a doula business coach, I'm helping doulas get their doula businesses launched. I feel like I can help more families get access to doula care by helping more doulas get out there. I was just at the DONA conference over the weekend, and a stat was thrown around that only 10% of doulas who actually get trained end up working. That is ridiculous, because I know it's just the overwhelm of the business side of things. And if that's where you're stuck, first of all, like, how do I get an LLC? How do I set up my bank account? Insurance, like, what are all those things I need? And how do I get my social media set up? And if you're stuck on that very first part of just getting the business side of your doula business up, come to a Day for New Doulas. I'm getting way ahead of myself here, but who cares? Day for New Doulas this Saturday. Me and Jody Condon from Hip to Heart are hosting it's actually a 30-day experience in another Facebook group, but we have 1 day of live trainings. You can watch the replays. You can connect with us in the group for 30 days. We're giving away thousands of dollars worth of raffle prizes. It's going to be super fun. So I just dropped the link in the comments for Day for New Doulas if those business tasks are what is holding you up. Today, I want to talk about 5 super common mistakes that I see new doulas make, and I made some of them myself, so no shame here. This is all about helping you. I want to help you avoid these mistakes or fix them if you've already made them, so that you are not spinning your wheels and wasting time, money, energy. I want you to be out there working with families. Does that sound good? Yes. What I got so frustrated seeing was doulas like you finish your training, you have a heart of gold and a passion to serve, but you just can't get the logistics going, and you spend months. Is this resonating? Like, you spend months spinning your wheels, not knowing the best way to get a website, not knowing the best way to start networking, not knowing the best way to do all the things you need to do, so you just don't do anything. Okay, so today I want to talk about these 5 mistakes. All right, I'm seeing some yeses. This is resonating. So this is so good. So you're in the right place if you are sick of spinning your wheels and you just want to be a doula and work more or get started working. So as a doula business coach, I've worked with now so many doulas, especially at this phase. Starting out, I have a membership called My Doula Village. It's only $49 a month. It's a really affordable way to get access to me and my marketing expertise with a doula slant, and access to oh, hey, Brenna, you just joined My Doula Village. That's awesome. I was just saying, My Doula Village is an awesome group of doulas. We have a Facebook group. We have a whole library of binge-worthy trainings for marketing your business. And like I said, it's only $49 a month. I'd love to have you in there. And this is where I'm talking to doulas all the time. I also do private sessions and other classes and trainings. So these, what I'm going to go over tonight, are the 5 most common mistakes that I see. And the good news is they're all fixable. They're all avoidable. So without further ado, post your questions in the comments. I will try to get to them as they come up. Sometimes they go too fast, so if I don't answer your question, copy and paste it and put it in again. Okay, the number 1 mistake that I see new doulas make that stalls their doula business is imposter syndrome. Letting imposter syndrome take over. Imposter syndrome is that feeling of like, oh, who am I to go out there and be a doula? If you feel like you're not trained enough, you're not experienced enough, you're just afraid to put yourself out there on social media, you're afraid to get out in the community and start networking, you're afraid, like, who am I to have a website, and no one's going to hire me because I don't have any experience yet. There's other doulas in my town that have experience. Like, how long, and this is a mistake I made, I mean, how long do you just kind of hide? And, oh, we talk about the hamster wheel of just taking more trainings and not actually getting out there working and serving. Mecca, I don't know how to say your name, says she feels like a fraud. Super common. That's why it has a name, imposter syndrome. You feel like an imposter. Jenna's saying, yep. So the thing is, I always say, like, don't let your imposter syndrome, don't let your anxiety about this be the thing that stops. This is what it comes down to. You're denying a family doula support by letting this imposter syndrome take over. You are denying a family doula support that might change their life. It might change their life on a generational level. No exaggeration. And if you start to think of it, like, you're denying a family doula support because you have this anxiety. If you have taken your doula training, you're ready. You can go out there and be a doula. And yes, there's other doulas that are more experienced. Yes, there are other doulas with beautiful websites. Yes, but we all start somewhere. And I love to talk about the birth doula study out of Guatemala, where they had a woman sitting on the other side of a curtain, and they just told the laboring person, like, there's a woman on the other side of the curtain who's given birth before. And that person didn't do anything. She just sat there. And those laboring people had shorter labors. They had better experiences, better outcomes. So imagine if you actually said something or showed up or did a double hip squeeze or got them some water. I mean, birth and postpartum, and especially here in the US, are so bad that just showing up as a doula makes it better. So just keep that in mind. Yes, Maria says, I feel like the other doulas around me have more experience. Yeah, maybe they do, but they were new once too. And maybe they're too busy here's the thing, they are too busy to service all the people having babies. I guarantee you, no matter where you live, there's more babies being born than there are doulas. So you have something to offer. All right, Amber, you have your first postpartum doula consultation in 2 weeks. Excited and nervous all at once. That is awesome. So my tip for overcoming imposter syndrome, to sum it up, first of all, this is just a waste of time. So we need to just stop. And you have to, your passion for your doula work, that passion that drove you to take the training, and I talked about this at the beginning, where a lot of us are, a lot of us become doulas either because we had an amazing birth and we want other people to have it, or we had a horrible experience and we want other people to avoid that. So you have to let your passion for birth work, whatever it is, override your anxiety, override your imposter syndrome, and get you out there. And another great way to do that is to just be in community with other doulas. I was just at the Doula conference. I left so inspired. Join my free, the Doula marketing group on Facebook. I give lots of free marketing advice in there. It's a great group. It's very positive and supportive. And you can get some camaraderie in there, or join My Doula Village. We do a lot of we have a My Doula Zoom this Friday where we're just on Zoom for a while, sharing what's working in our businesses, what's going on, a bad experience with a client or a good experience with a client, or you need you need to be around other doulas. You need doulas as you grow your doula business. Okay. Yes, and no matter how many doulas there are, I already kind of said this, sorry, I'm looking at my notes, there are definitely more babies being born every year than there are doulas in your town. One thing I did, and I actually did this, call the hospitals in your area, ask them how many babies are delivered there every year, and divide that by the number of doulas in your town. I guarantee there's plenty of babies. Okay, number 2 mistake that I see new doulas make is delaying getting a website up. Another one, go ahead and pop a yes, and this is another one I made. It took me forever to figure out how to get a website up. So yes in the chat if you are spinning your wheels trying to figure out how to get a website up. So we can spend months stuck here in this uncertainty of not having a website. And guess what? The reality is that in this day and age, if you don't have a website, you don't exist as a doula. No one can find you if you don't have a website. And we get stuck on, well, what's the perfect way to, oh my God, Brenna, who told you it wasn't worth getting a website? So even if 5 OBs recommend you and someone's best friend recommends you, you're gonna look, think about whenever you buy anything that costs more than $50, don't you look it up online? You do. So if you're going to hire a doula who's going to see you naked at your birth or come into your home and take care of your precious new baby, you're going to look them up online. So you better have a website, and it better be good. But done is better than perfect. If you're in My Doula Village, you know my motto is done is better than perfect. And I did not make that up. And I don't know who did. But yes, Maria, the My Doula Village can help you with your website. Where when you join, I go to your website if you already have one, and I will do an audit and a walkthrough if you want me to give you tips on SEO. I'll get to that in a minute. If you need a website, I just had my web design team because this is such a common sticking point for doulas, I just had my web design team make some doula website templates that are beautiful, affordable, functional. I'm so in love with them, and we've already had 10 doulas sign up to use them, and you will have a website in about 2 weeks. when you buy here. And it will be beautiful. You have a web designer. It's a template. You plug in your name, your logo, all your services. You have my web designer, McKenna, helping you get it hooked up to your domain. That's, to me, the hardest part. So if you need support with a website, check that out. And another super common question I get is like, well, I'm still training and I'm not certified yet, so I don't want to get a website. So I'm kind of just waiting a little bit. So Danielle, what if you don't have any of that yet? Then this is the perfect place to start. You need a name for your doula business, and we'll help you get that domain. You can purchase the domain at like GoDaddy. Bluehost is another good one. And once you purchase that domain, McKenna will help you get it hooked up to the website templates that we have. So, so spinning your wheels thinking you have to be perfectly certified and already have some experience before you can have a website up. No, get your website up, even if you're, yes, and Maria, yes, you can join my Doula Village even if you're still in training and not certified yet. It's the perfect time, because this is why I want to grab you right from your trainings or while you're in trainings and help you build a solid foundation for your doula business without wasting money, wasting time, wasting energy, and just help you. And it's like having a doula for your doula business as you launch. So Maria, this is the perfect time to join my Doula Village. And, well, this is something I didn't even think of before I started throwing links up. If you join my Doula Village, you get a 25% discount coupon code to use on those website templates. So, spoiler alert, join my Doula Village for $49 a month. And then you'll get the 25% off coupon code to use on the website templates, which saves you like $100. So it's a good deal. Sydney says it took a ton of back-end work, a.k.a. time, to set up her website before she started taking clients, but it was so worth it. Yes, so that's the thing. Yes, you absolutely can build a website on your own, but it takes a lot of time. You're watching YouTube tutorials, you're asking friends, I've built my own websites for many years before finally hiring someone, and that is fine. Like, done is better than perfect. You just need a website. You need a web presence, but going this route, you will have one that's beautiful and professional looking and elegant in less than 2 weeks. So it's amazing. All right, Maria is in. She's joining the Doula Village right after this. Okay, Alicia, I've got you. Figuring out SEO is killing me more so than the website itself. That is my next thing. Okay, so back to get a website ASAP, because even as you're training, you want it to be up there, and this is an SEO thing. The longer your website exists, the more Google trusts it and will show it in search results. So you want your website as soon as you possibly can, and so that you can be, networking with the other birth pros in your area, and they can check out your website, they can contact you, people find you. No one, I always say as a doula, like, no one calls you and is like, oh, the baby is coming out, can you come like right now? People hire you months in advance. They're checking you out months in advance. So, and you can always say, hey, this would be a great problem to have, right? Someone goes to your website and they email you and they're like, hey, I want to hire you. And if you are, not certified yet, or you haven't finished your training and don't know, you can always say, I'm sorry, I'm not available for your due date. And that's all you have to say. You don't have to say, oh, I haven't finished my training. And, just say, I'm so sorry, I'm not available for that due date. But at least you have a website up. And yes. Okay. Rebecca says it took her 2 months to create, edit. Yes. So it's awesome. I highly recommend making your own website if you can do it. But most of us can't. Okay, so and then having a website, especially one that's very professional looking, makes you look professional. It gives you credibility. So like I said, people, even if you come highly recommended, people look you up, and if they don't see anything, they're going to be like, well, I don't know, maybe she's not in business anymore, or you know, is she even legit if there's no website? So you need to be there. Your website kind of provides that professional reassurance. Okay, Cornelia, great question. How do you stand out though if they all look the same? So you add your own colors, you add your own logo, you add your own pictures, and you add your own wording. There's wording there that you can use, or you know, you can edit it, add your own. So they all will eventually look different. It's just like the bones of a website. And if you click through onto this link at the bottom of the page, you can watch a video walkthrough with my designer of how beautiful they are. So you make it your own. And I mean, the chances of someone, you know, in your town buying the same, first of all, there's three choices. The chances of someone in your town buying the same template as you is very, very slim. So a pregnant person, if I'm in Maine and I have the one template and someone in California has one template, the same pregnant person isn't going to see them. Do you know what I mean? So it all works out. And yes, Danielle, she made logos too. Where is that link? Because again, that is another stopping point for so many people. They're trying to find a designer on Fiverr or hire somebody or make their own in Canva. That's another whole topic. Like, get a professional logo. Okay, but I want to get back on track. Okay, so number 3 mistake I see new doulas make that is easily is avoidable is not having a website that is optimized for Google or search engine optimization, SEO. And this sounds super complicated, but what it comes down to is you want the pregnant people in your town, when they are 20 weeks pregnant and thinking, oh gosh, I should probably hire a doula, and they Google doula near me. If your website doesn't come up in the top 3, really, searches, they're not going to go to your website. Research shows people go to the first 3 and that's about it. So there's a lot of, there are some like free website, what am I trying to say? Platforms like Wix and Weebly and things like that. And they're free and they're great and they make pretty good websites, but there's Google bots that are out scrolling the web trying to find the websites to show in Google searches, and they can't go on Wix and Weebly the way they can on these doula website templates or like a WordPress or a Squarespace website. So I am all about not spending money to promote your doula business, but spending money on a website pays for itself. So if you have good SEO, you don't have to work as hard. If you're showing up at the top of the Google searches, you're going to get more clients. And you won't have to post on social media as much. You won't have to network as much. You can hide behind, if you're having that imposter syndrome, you can just stay at home and let your website do all the work. So joking aside, having good SEO is really, really, really important in terms of just organically getting you clients. Brenna says, what about the monthly fee for the templates? Is there a way to not have that? No, because that covers the hosting, that covers having McKenna there. If you have problems, it includes backups. If you click through and read the FAQs, you'll see what you get for that monthly fee. So again, even the fee to get the template plus the $50 a month, you get one client. I keep using both hands. You get one client. Your first client pays for your website for the year. So it's such a good investment. And then these website templates are optimized for SEO and will help you. And again, you can make your own Squarespace or WordPress website with good SEO. Joining my Doula Village, we talk about SEO a lot. I've got lots of, we have lots of video trainings in my Doula Village on SEO, on how to get your website, if you already have a website, how to get it to rank higher. Yes, Jenna. So yeah, there's several things you can do to get your website to rank higher. Again, I cover those in my Doula Village. I have guest expert trainings from the website doula, from Brian, from Birthing Your Brand, and others on working on SEO. And like I said, we're always talking about it. It's a very common topic in my Doula Village because it works. So we work on that all the time. All right, Alicia says, if I have a Wix domain, am I better off switching? Yes, so Google can crawl my site easier. Yes. Alicia, I always get someone that's like, I have a Wix site and I'm top Google search. If you are, great, but I can't tell you, if I had $1 for every message I get from a doula that's like, I've had a Wix site for a year and my site never shows up on Google searches and I don't get any web inquiries. So yes, if you have a Wix domain and website, Alicia, and you're not showing up in Google searches, it is worth switching because you'll start to get inquiries from your website. Your website will do the work for you. Okay. All right, number 4 mistake new doulas make is choosing a complicated name or a complicated logo. This is so common. I see it all the time. And Alicia, you're the 36th result, so that is a big problem. Yeah, your website is doing nothing for you in terms of Google searches. So if you haven't named your doula business yet, choose something simple, something that is easy to say, easy to remember, and easy to spell. So this is another thing that will save you time and energy. If your doula business is sagebrush blowing in the wind of the tree roots of life doula services, it's beautiful and has a ton of meaning and probably a very personal meaning to you, but you see a pregnant person in the grocery store and they ask what your business name up, they're gonna forget that 5 minutes later when they're in their car and can look you up on their phone. Mika, we are on 4, the 4th mistake. So number 1 was imposter syndrome, holding you back. Number 2 is delaying getting your website up. Number 3 is not showing up on Google, so not having good SEO. And number 4 is choosing a complicated name or a logo. So I make fun of this all the time, and no bad juju. So Cornelia, do you, I know I get this question a lot. And if we go into the doula marketing group after this, we can talk more about Wix. Yes. Wix, the bottom line is some people do have good SEO on Wix. You have to do a lot of work on the back end to set it up right and pay the extra fees to have the good SEO version of Wix, not the free version of Wix. So like I said, some people do it. I started to say, I don't think I finished. If I had $1 for every doula that messages, I probably get 5 messages a week from doulas that are like, I hate my Wix site. I don't show up in search. It is not bad, Beth. That was what I'm getting to. It's not bad to just use your name and Doula Services as your business name, unless your name is super hard to spell or something. But you want it easy to say, remember, and spell, so that people, so thinking about like when you meet someone at a cookout and they're pregnant and you're like, oh yeah, I'm Beth the Doula at beththedoula.com. They'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's great. If you are Bumps, Babies, Birth, and Beyond, I mean, again, it's cute. You got the alliteration. I love it. But somebody 5 seconds later is going to be like, oh, I met that doula. Was it birth, bump, and bellies? Bump, baby, what? And then if you try to Google it, or on Instagram, and put in, you know, bumps, bellies, birth, there are so many doula businesses already in existence everywhere with a name like that. They are not going to know which one is you. So it's better to have a name. And I know that, you know, so my, and if you can put your location in your name, even better. So my doula business, I live in Dover, New Hampshire. I called my business Dover Doula. It's not, you know, it's cute because luckily Dover begins with a D, but, you know, it doesn't have a ton of meaning, but let me just say, it's easy to remember. Washington County Doula, love it. Easy to say, remember. So again, if you meet an OB, they're not going to remember bumps, bellies, and birth, but they'll remember Dover Doula. They'll remember, oh yeah, Washington, California doula. So you want your friends, your family, your former clients, your people you network with, you want it to be easy for them to pass your name along and for people to remember it and then find you on Instagram, find you on Google, find your website. And then same goes for your logo. I see so many logos that are gorgeous, beautiful works of art. So, okay, Mika says Coco's M' brace. It's cute. And take what I say with a grain of salt, but people will be like, is it M brace or is it EM brace? Like the word embrace. You know, it's a little, people are going to get stuck on that. And how do you make a website with an apostrophe in it? There's just, from a marketing perspective, I meet so many people that are, you know, their name is honoring something in their life and they're like, it just means so much to me, I'm going to do it. Go for it. Because again, your passion. If your passion is 100% behind some name that doesn't follow my formula of being easy to say, remember, and spell, still use it. Because if you go with, you know, Elm Street Doulas, but you're like, I hate it, it's not going to work. So, okay, so same goes for your logo. I see so many beautiful, intricate works of art, and people are like, look, this is my logo, and it has a tree and hair and a belly outline and a baby and roots and a placenta and stars and moon, and there's just a lot going on. That is a picture. That's a work of art. A logo to represent your business is like, think of the Target bullseye, the Nike swoosh, the McDonald's arches. Those are logos. Very simple, clear symbols. And that is what you want for your doula business, because logos a lot of times are really small. So look at everybody's, you know, Facebook profile picture. A lot of people put their logo in there. If it's a intricate work of art, you can't even see it. You want it to be something that is, you know, simple and clear. Like if you're going to put it on a shirt in a little, like on the, whatever this is called, if it's 500 colors, it's all going to bleed together. Or if you print and, you know, printing it small on a business card, on a rack card, on letterhead, like it's got to be clear. Jenna says, I don't even have a logo, even just a bold typeface with my name. Boom. Even better. So the purpose of a logo is that it's a symbol that is easily recognizable. And, you know, so when I see your logo on Instagram, and then when I finally somehow another day go to your website, it's, you know, it has that theme. And I'm like, oh, you don't even like think it, but subconsciously you're like, oh, this is the same person. And then I see your logo on business cards at the coffee shop. I see it on Facebook. You know, you want people to recognize that symbol. Okay. So what it comes down to is having a simple name and a beautiful, clear logo you're going to get more clients because they'll be able to find you. They won't have to wade through the 400 bellies, babies, and births on Instagram to figure out which one you are, and they'll probably just move on and hire somebody else. Okay, so warm welcomes, postpartum support, and I live in Welcome. The name of your town is Welcome, Brenna. That is awesome. I love it. So good. That is fantastic. Getting so excited. Okay, we're on to 5. Thank you guys for staying with me. I am loving your questions, loving your excitement, and I'm hoping this is helping you. And I hope it's not like, you're not like, oh no, I've made all 5 of these mistakes. You're in good company. These are the 5 most common mistakes doulas make. So you're not alone if you have made some or all of these. Okay, so the last mistake that I see new doulas make is missing out on networking. Networking in your community is so vital and so important in creating that foundation of your doula business. So you can have the best website that comes up #1 on Google search with a beautiful, simple logo and a great name, but you also, and that might be enough. It actually really might. But if you also have prenatal yoga teachers and acupuncturists talking about you, that's when you're getting inquiries like crazy. So you need to, if you are a new doula, get out there and meet all the other doulas in your area. Meet all the yoga teachers, meet all the chiropractors, meet all the maternity photographers. And you know what I say? Skip the OBs and the pediatricians. They're too busy and they don't have time to meet with you. They will take your cards and probably shove them in a drawer. I mean, yes, everybody tells me stories of, if you have an OB that recommends you, like, amazing. But when I first started, I was like, oh, all I have to do is get in with Dover Pediatrics and I'll be golden. They'll, and no. 3 kids that I've been bringing to Dover Pediatrics for literally 18 years, they still do not recommend me. They're too busy. They're spending, 4 minutes with each patient? They don't have time to talk about doulas. Jenna, all right, I love to see that. You really stepped up your game this year. You just had a meeting today with a woman who makes a publication for home buyers in the area. Woo, that is stepping outside the box, but I love that. What do a big percentage of people do when they get pregnant? They buy a new home. So yes, network with the realtors. So my point is network with other small businesses. Skip OBs and pediatricians for now. Find the real estate agents. Find the chiropractors, maternity photographers, the other people who need to network to grow their businesses too. And so when you network with them, tell them how, say, hey, I want to, all my clients need to buy a new house. So I'm looking for realtors in the area. I'd love to just chat with you. I love it, Jenna. You're on fire. Yes. Okay. So don't miss out on this network. I see so many messages, comments from doulas that say, well, okay, I have my website and I post on social media, and I still don't have any clients. And I always say, well, have you started networking in your community? No. All right. If you're not getting clients yet and you have, you're doing all the social media stuff and you have a website, get out there and meet people. And I know it's scary. Don't let your imposter syndrome hold you back from this step, because it's so important and really is the key to, building a successful business. You need to have people in the community out there referring to you, talking you up, talking about how great your services are. And that is just the best. So it's also ways for you to find backups. It's when I was thinking about it before, when I was looking at this list of what the mistakes are, like most of my dearest and closest friends now are doulas in my town who I met from networking. And like, we've just worked together and backed each other up. And just now they're my great friends. So if I had just not done that, I wouldn't have these awesome friends. Okay, Lauren, do you have a recommendation of a script to use when you're networking with other business owners? Yes, and I have a whole class on that. It's only $47, but it has the email what is it called? How did it work? Sorry. I'm gonna have to get that later. So yes, it's how to leverage your business with networking. It has email templates for you. But yes, I pass out business cards. I ask for their business cards and rack cards to share with my clients. And it's just, think of it. I mean, a great way to think of it is, if you're networking with other birth professionals that are serving pregnant people and families the same as we are, they have the same passion. They're supporting pregnant people and new families. So connect with them via your same passion that you share. And again, in my doula village is a great, there's a whole module on networking where I have an interview from Jody Condon, Danielle Eaton, who's a master networker. She's actually a chiropractor, but she came and did a whole talk and training for us on networking. So join my doula village. Again, it's only $49 a month. You get the 25% coupon code that you can use on doula website, templates, logos, all my classes. And you also get a $100 credit to Lemon June. Sorry, my hair is out of control. Lemon June stock photography, doula stock photography. So those, you get about 6 photos with that credit that you can use on social media. You can use them on your website. They're beautiful, inclusive, it's hard to find like doula photos. You can find baby photos and stuff, but doula photos are harder to come by. All right, Rebecca, as a new doula with no experience, how do you explain that you're qualified to clients? You tell them about your training. Say, I have completed my training to be a doula. And then, do you have your own kids? Not that you have to be a doula, but if you have kids, you talk about your own experience. So like I said, I had 3 kids. A lot of people are like, well, I was a nanny for this many years. I worked in a daycare for this many years. My major was family studies. Talk about other things in your life that help you. And again, no kids yet. So talk about your training. You've taken your training and you are qualified and certified to be a doula. And this is something also we're talking about at Day for New Doulas on Saturday, but it's just overcoming that imposter syndrome and realizing that you're a trained doula. So you're ready. You're qualified to go and support. So, and you could say, if someone asks and gets into this, you could say, that's why I'm only charging this, as I build my experience. Yes, and Jenna, this is my next thing, your passion. Jenna, this is great advice. Explain to them what made you choose going into birth work. Talk about that passion. And because here is the truth of the matter and why marketing is so important. We are doulas. We are not plumbers or selling, I don't know, books or coffee or something that people use every day. People hire us because they like our energy. They like our personality. So that energy, if you're interviewing someone and asking questions, if you are confident, they'll be like, okay, great. But if you're like, oh yeah, I'm new and I don't know what I'm doing and I've never had a client and I don't know, so if you don't want, if you are exuding a lack of confidence, they're not going to hire you. But if you confidently say, yes, I'm fully trained, I have this certification, and I'm ready to serve, and you're joking with them or, whatever your personality is, if they like your energy, if they like your confidence, they will hire you. All right, Amy, this is a good question. If you could only afford either My Doula Village or the Day for New Doulas, which one would you choose? I would choose My Doula Village because it's only $49 a month and you can watch a lot of the trainings that we eventually cover in Day for New Doulas, and then you can ask me questions. We have a Facebook group where you can ask me 50 questions a day. So it's a very affordable way to get access to my expertise. And like I said, the village of other doulas can also share with you, what they've done, or, what they use for liability insurance and things like that. So, Jenna, I'm loving all your answers. She is saying the numbers of her births has never come up with her clients before. Confidence is key. Yes, I was actually going to add that. I was just recertifying. It's been 3 years with Dona. I have to send in my recertification, and I'm going to do it. But no one has ever, I think maybe in 12 years, one person asked me about my certification. Maybe that's because on my website it says I'm certified, but it's like no one cares. If you have a good website, they assume you're a legit person. You're a legit doula. And again, if you're confident, that's what they want. So, Rebecca, do not let that hold you back. And don't lie to someone, but I really don't think anybody, nobody's really asks. So I have to say, once I've been hired and I'm working as a postpartum doula, once we're 2 weeks in and we're making chit chat, then people are like, so how long have you been a doula? Like, just conversationally, I don't really get asked in interviews. Maybe how long I've been a doula, but not how many families I've worked with. Okay, so Melissa wants to know, is the Doula Village ongoing for however long we want? Yes, it's $49 a month. So you come in for as many months as we want. You can cancel at any time. I will say some people cancel, but most people stay just because of the community. And it's, you know, and the one thing is I priced it at $49 a month. So it's just a business expense that pays for itself because you learn so much, you get more clients. What was I going to say? I don't know. I designed it so that it's affordable so that, you know, some months you're busy, you don't have time to come to my office hours, you don't have time to watch a video, you don't have time to spend in the Facebook group, but other months when you have more downtime, you can really just go crazy, binge a lot of videos. So there's a guest expert every month. Next week, if you want to join right now, next week, I have Maggie, the photo doula, coming in to talk to us about adding birth photography to our doula business. Like, not like get a big camera, but just like using your iPhone as a birth doula if you're there, just tips on snapping photos as a way to like beef up your birth doula packages. So I'm super excited for that. Anne wants to know, great question. Would my doula village be just as applicable to Canadian doulas? Yes, absolutely. There's definitely some Canadian doulas in there. It's about marketing. So it's 100% applicable. We have one doula from Australia, a couple from the UK. So marketing is marketing. So if you can speak English, my doula village will be applicable to you. Yes. Oh, thank you, Brenna, for answering the question. Yes, so you can play. Oh, here's another thing. You pay $49 a month to join my doula village, or you can join for a year, which a lot of people do, because then you get 2 months free and you get to book a one-on-one strategy session with me at any point over the year. So that is like a $200 value right there. So if you have the funds, join at the annual rate. You get 2 months free, and you get a full $49. No, what am I trying? Sorry, a 45-minute strategy session with me, or you can join $49 a month. And again, either way that you join, you also get the $100 Lemon June credit on stock photography. You get a 25% coupon code that you can use an infinite number of times. If you need a doula website, that would be the way to go. Join my doula village and then get the coupon code for the website or the logo, or any of my other classes. Instagram for doulas, you'll save on how to get doula clients when you're just starting out, kickstart your postpartum doula business. I mean, I have so many online classes. If you need a contract, so you get that coupon code to use. So that is, it's a great deal, and it's a great community. We have such a great community in there. Office hours this Friday is our doula Zoom, where my office hours are, I'm on Zoom for 2 hours. You pop in and out, or most people stay, you know, for an hour or so, and you can just listen, or you can ask all your questions about marketing. These are always jam-packed, and they're recorded, so if you can't make it live, but it's a chance to get me one-on-one, or kind of hive mind, get the group, like ideas about marketing. And then this is Friday. Every other month we do a doula Zoom, which is just kind of more chatty, talking about like, I had this happen with a client, or, you know, I have to process this traumatic birth, or, you know, this came up networking, like, what would you guys do in this situation? And we talk about marketing too, usually, but it's more of a like, we need other doulas, right? We need each other. So that was my goal in building my doula village. I hope you guys will all take advantage and join today. And what is going on with my computer? So this Facebook group will be up for a while, so ask your questions in the comments and let me know how I can help. I hope that this helps you. Yes, and good question. My Doula Village is for you if you want to work on your own versus choosing to work for an agency. Yes, this My Doula Village is for you if you have your own doula business that you need to promote. If you're working for an agency and they just give you clients, you certainly can join and just kind of be in the doula club. Agency people say they remove the admin work, and yet I like that part too. If you like that part too, then start your own business so you can earn the full fee and make your own schedule and all that. All right, Rebecca was at a Halloween party last night and a woman asked me what style of doula I was looking into. I don't know. Did she mean birth or postpartum? Maybe she meant that, but maybe she meant your style. And I think just that I think what you said is great, that, just that's a good chance to just educate someone on the role of a doula, that we don't really have a style. We're there to support their choices. Oh, that did not appease her. Oh, I don't know. I would have asked her what she meant. But yeah, maybe birth versus postpartum. So this was so much fun. I love connecting with doulas. I hope that this helps you get out there serving clients faster, because there are babies being born every day, and your doula services are needed. Oh, Jill, great question. Day for New Doulas on Saturday. We'll do it sometime next year, later in 2023. But if you have a doula training this weekend and can't attend live, that's in a separate Facebook group. You can watch the replays. We have 30 days of watching the trainings and access to me and Jody in the group. So please, if you need help with setting up your business, the whole interview process, when to do the contract, when is a consult, when's the interview. The third session is marketing. The fourth one is networking. If you need that part of your business set up, definitely, and even if you're not available November 5th, definitely, Jill, check it out. I'm so glad. Thank you all for tuning in and asking really great questions and bringing great energy. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. Reach out to me, join my free Facebook group, the Doula Marketing Group, to stay connected. And I want to see you out there serving these families. So have a great night.